Queen Letizia of Spain chairs a meeting in Madrid. King Frederick X of Denmark attends a DGI national competition in Valle. The Grand Ducal family of Luxembourg attends a fair in Edinburgh, while the Emperor and Empress of Japan begin their state visit to Mongolia. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all are having a wonderful weekend so far. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Sunday, July 6th, 2025. This afternoon in Ulaanbaatar, their Imperial Majesties, Emperor Naruhito and Empress Moscow of Japan, began their 8-day state visit to Mongolia at the invitation of the President. According to a statement from the Office of the President of Mongolia, the purpose of the state visit is to strengthen bilateral relations between the two countries. Moreover, the state visit will serve as a, quote, significant milestone in further deepening the special strategic partnership for peace and prosperity between Mongolia and Japan, which share common democratic values and making a valuable contribution to strengthening people-centered relations and cooperation. End quote. In 2007, the Emperor, then Crown Prince, paid an official visit to Mongolia to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Mongolia and Japan. Upon their arrival at the Genghis Khan International Airport, the Emperor and Empress were warmly welcomed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Mongolia, the Ambassador of Mongolia to Japan, the Ambassador of Japan to Mongolia, and other government officials. Tomorrow, the Emperor and Empress will attend a welcoming ceremony hosted by the President and the First Lady, as well as participate in a wreath-laying ceremony in Ulaanbaatar. On Saturday, His Majesty King Jimny Khesar Wangchuck of Bhutan attended the closing ceremony of the third session of the Fourth Parliament in Thimphu. On Saturday, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands attended the science event entitled Future Makers in Amsterdam. According to RVD, the event was held on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of the Young Academy, which is a platform of 50 young scientists that organizes activities around science policy, art, and science and internationalization. On Saturday evening in Lucerne, Switzerland, Her Majesty Queen Maxima of the Netherlands and Her Royal Highness Princess Ariane of the Netherlands attended the European Women's Football Championship between the Netherlands and Wales at the Allmend Stadium. On Thursday evening in Brussels, Her Majesty Queen Mathilde of the Belgians attended the Festival de la Danse at the Palais des Beaux-Arts. On Friday, in Edinburgh, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg and their Royal Highnesses Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume and Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg attended the opening of the 2025 Edinburgh Agricultural Fair and Exhibition. On Friday in Stavanger, Their Majesties King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway, accompanied by their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Haakon and Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway, Her Royal Highness Princess Ingrid Alexandra of Norway, and His Highness Prince Sverre Magnus of Norway, attended the 200th anniversary of the emigration of Norwegians to the United States. According to the United States Library of Congress, Sweden sent more immigrants to the United States than any other Scandinavian country. However, Norway had a greater percentage of its population emigrate, with nearly 1 million people leaving between 1820 and 1920. Quote, estimates indicate that during the significant immigration waves of the 19th century, Norway lost a higher proportion of its population to the United States than all countries except Ireland. Norwegian immigrants' Mayflower moment came in 1825, during a period of particularly fierce religious strife in Norway. In July of that year, a group of 6 dissenting families seeking a haven from the official Norwegian state church set sail from Stavanger in an undersized sloop, the Restoration. When it arrived in New York Harbor after an arduous 14-week journey, the Restoration caused a sensation, and the local press marveled at the bravery of these Norwegian pilgrims. End quote. By the end of the 1860s, over 40,000 Norwegians had settled in the United States. In the 1880s, more than 1/9 of Norway's population, totaling over 176,000 people, immigrated. They settled in states such as Minnesota and Wisconsin, before moving further west to the Pacific coast. Following the Immigration Act of 1924, Norwegian immigration sharply declined. Here's a fun fact for you. Over 600 Norwegians set sail from Drammen, Norway in the early 1880s to the Kingdom of Hawaii, skipping the United States altogether. Some of them settled on the island of Kauai. 2 of the most well-known were the Knudsen and Faya families. Their descendants still live on the island to this day. Anyway, back to Friday's celebrations. Upon their Majesty's arrival at the port of Stavanger, they received a warm welcome from the mayor and local officials. The celebrations included events at the newly restored Stavanger Cathedral, which marks its 900th anniversary this year. Songs were also sung in honor of Queen Sonja, who celebrated her 88th birthday on Friday. The festivities concluded with a replica of the Restoration setting sail for its anniversary voyage to New York. On Friday, His Majesty King Frederick X of Denmark, as patron, attended Day 2 of the DGI National Competition at the National Championship Stadium in Valle. The DGI National Competition brings together over 22,000 student athletes to the city of Valle for 3 days filled with physical activities featuring more than 30 sports and 300 different activities. During the visit, the king participated in a game of pickleball and met with volunteers and student athletes participating in the competition. On Thursday afternoon at Marselisborg Slot in Aarhus, His Majesty the King held a meeting with the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. The meeting was held in connection with the Kingdom of Denmark assuming the presidency of the Council of the European Union, which began on July 3rd. On Friday, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain attended the opening dinner of the 28th edition of the Foro España Estados Unidos at the Gran Casino de Santander. According to the Royal Court of Spain, the forum is an event organized by the Fundación Consejo España Estados Unidos and the United States-Spain Council for Public and Private Dialogue between the two countries. Quote, over 2 days, leaders from the public, private, academic, and cultural sectors address strategic issues with a special focus on 3 priority areas: energy, transportation infrastructure, and artificial intelligence. End quote. On Thursday, in Madrid, Her Majesty Queen Letizia of Spain, as honorary president, chaired a meeting of the Board of Trustees of the Fundación FAD Juventud at the headquarters of Amazon. The Fundación FAD Juventud is a private and independent foundation whose goal is to improve the well-being and quality of life of young people. To achieve this, the Fundación analyzes, acts, and influences everything that affects youth development. During the meeting, the discussions focused on addressing the main challenges facing young people in terms of health, employment, and education. On Friday, His Majesty, King Charles III of the United Kingdom, hosted afternoon tea for His Majesty, Sultan Haytham bin Tariq Al Said of Oman, at Windsor Castle. On Thursday, His Royal Highness, the Prince of Wales, held a meeting with the President of the Republic of Kenya, William Ruto, at Windsor Castle. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me on this Sunday afternoon. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back tomorrow on Monday, July 7th, with all the latest royal news and events. Until then, I sincerely wish each and every one of you, your family, your friends, and of course your pets, a wonderful Sunday afternoon. God bless. Take care, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow.